In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the current conditions. As always, we're going to be just diving into that tropical storm that we have now, and then we're going to be taking a small look at the severe weather that is upcoming. Now, let's get straight into this video, and first things first, we are taking a look at those current conditions. We do have that showery activity going on up here in the northwest. We talked about this yesterday. This has expanded the area that is seeing these showers. We also have some spotty showers just to the east of this region that we just circled there as well. So we are seeing multiple regions with some showers. And then it looks like more thunderstorm activity here for the plains. This looks more like thunderstorms and heavier showers in there. Then we have some showers up here for the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes as well. And then there is some activity that is offshore of Florida and the southeast coast from that tropical system, but it's basically all said and done. Also to the north of New England there as well. We have some stuff going on, but it's basically all said and done. Now let's zoom into the northwestern United States real quickly, and as you can see, for the northwest, we see that there is quite a bit of light to moderate rainfall ongoing. We can see for Washington, Oregon, Idaho, all of these areas are seeing that light to moderate rainfall at this point. So this needs to be observed. This needs to be watched because you've seen days and days and days of rainfall. Although it is just a fairly normal occurrence. I don't know how the area handles that much rainfall, but it just does. So, you know, it's just a pretty typical thing. Now, the further south we go, the less and less common this is. Now, Northern California does get in some patterns where they do get a lot of rainfall. It's not like Southern California where there's usually a lack thereof. This is an area that can kind of switch gears and actually receive quite a bit of rainfall, despite what people commonly think about this region. I don't know why it just went small there, but we're going to switch it back. So this area here is also seeing light to moderate rainfall at this point. Then for kind of the southern Rockies in here, we are seeing some lighter showers sporadically come through, but those are coming to an end actually. And as we head further north, we can see this pocket, which to me looks more like thunderstorms than just showers. So I see more thunderstorms in this than anything, even just to the east here as well. For Minnesota, Iowa, those areas, I'm seeing some thunderstorms in there. So keep an eye out for that. We will take a look at the Storm Prediction Center at the end of this video. Now this pocket for sure here in Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas is definitely thunderstorms here as this bow echo really bows out. Looking very intense. There is some severe thunderstorm warnings popping up with that as well. To me, this just looks like a very strong storm. Probably going to feature a lot of wind, a lot of rainfall, and potentially tornadic activity and hail at times. So this needs to be watched as well for sure, as this looks like a very strong bow echo in my opinion there in the state of Kansas, and now heading primarily into the state of Oklahoma, but again it will impact states like Missouri and Arkansas as well. We have some more light to moderate showers up here for the Great Lakes and upper Midwest. Keep that in mind. And then really for the southeast, we have these showers offshore. These could come onshore to states like South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida at times, but that just seems like a slight possibility. And then for the northeast, we have this pocket that's just moved offshore, but it's said and done. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move on, and we're going to move on towards that modeled guidance where we're going to take a look at things like the upcoming storminess, the tropical system, the upcoming temperature pattern, and the upcoming severe weather. All right, now let's get into that upcoming storminess. And as you can see, this is going to be by this afternoon on Sunday, June 5th. We do have this tropical system offshore of the southeast. We have a lot of activity up here for the north central and northwestern United States just hanging around up there. As you can see, for Monday, it's going to be June 6th. We do have that activity kind of spreading into the plains, the Ohio Valley, and the Great Lakes. So that does move a little bit further eastward tomorrow. And then by Tuesday, we see this try to start to approach the kind of eastern United States as it just has this bow echo of sorts, but really it's just a cold front coming down from this low. We see this just hanging out right here, and this is probably going to cool things off quite a bit from what we're going to be seeing early in the week. Wednesday, this is approaching the southeast. We can see it's reaching the coast on the northeast, so we are seeing that take place there. For Thursday, June 9th, we see this is sort of moving offshore, although we do have this low over Maine. So for areas here in New England, this is probably just reaching there. This will bring colder temperatures, like I mentioned. For Friday, June 5th, we do see that we get some storminess spreading again through the central United States. We have another storm entering in through the northwestern United States as well. And then by 2 p.m. on Saturday, June 11th, we do have this storm system down here for the southeast, bringing storminess down there once more on Saturday. Sunday, June 12th, we see it is moving offshore. Here, where Florida is still being impacted, but not really anywhere else. North central United States, we have storminess beginning again by that point. Monday, another storm system moving into the central United States here. This is Monday, June 13th, by the way. Let's keep going with this. Let's see. Tuesday, June 14th, we do see some of this storminess approaching the eastern United States, and that's basically the end of the model run. So that's all we get to see here, really, but definitely looking quite active for a lot of the northwest, north central, and eastern United States throughout the next 10 days. Over the next couple of days, we're going to see that activity switch gears and start to really head into the eastern United States as opposed to the north central and northwestern United States. So let's keep that in mind as well. Now for the total precipitation over the next 10 days, here it is. If you're in the whites, you're expecting practically no precipitation over the next 10 days. Grays will be a tenth of an inch or less. Greens will be a tenth of an inch to half an inch. Blues will be half an inch to an inch. Yellows will be an inch to 2 inches. Reds will be 2 to 5 inches of rainfall. And then your browns will be 5 to 10 inches of rainfall. So keep that in mind. We can see that the areas I just mentioned are the areas that see the most: the northwest, the north central, and the eastern half of the country. There's where a lot of that rainfall ends up happening. Total snowfall here, if you're anywhere in the grays, you're expecting a dusting, if anything. And then if you're in the blues, you're expecting about 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. And then really there's nowhere else in the United States that's seeing any more than that. So we're a few days away from not really having to use this anymore. Keep that in mind. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to move on and we're going to take a look at that upcoming temperature pattern. All right, now here we are taking a look at that upcoming temperature pattern. Let me move it towards this afternoon. As you can see, things are generally cold around the nation. We do have some warmth here in the southeast, though. So that is what we're seeing by this point. It's going to be fairly nice. Monday, it's going to get even warmer, though. We see a lot of warm air really spreading through the eastern and southern United States, with a lot of that cold up in the northwest and north central United States. Tuesday, it's going to be from coast to coast, so Oregon, Washington, California, down through all of the southern United States, and then all the way up to the East Coast. We're going to have warmer temperatures with the cold really horseshoeing around this area. So that is the look as of now. Let's keep going. By Wednesday, the June 8th, we see it's a lot of the same, except the warmth is really expanding here in the west, which is going to force this cold air eastward. So we're going to see this take place, unfortunately. And by Thursday, this cold is moving even further eastward. This warmth is expanding even further. The southeast and east coast is still holding on to the warmth, but by Friday, it looks like that cold is approaching even more. Here, we have warmth really building into the south central and the western United States as well. By Saturday, this cold really reaches the eastern seaboard here and starts to impact the southeast as well. With these colder temperatures, it's Saturday, June 11th. Sunday, June 12th, as you can see, we really see it build in. But here's the thing. I have good news. This cold is building into the northwest. What's going to end up happening is it's going to force that warm air further eastward. So we're going to see, basically, over time, this warm air is going to head in just like this. So that is the look. Monday, we can see some cold air here for the eastern seaboard. But really, this warmth is heading eastward. By Tuesday, it's trying to make that approach. We're going to see it after the model run, actually. So around the halfway mark, maybe 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th time frame, that's when we're expecting to start seeing some of this warmth head further eastward. So we're going to be watching closely for that over the coming days. But that is the look as of now. Now, here's the National Hurricane Center real quickly. As you can see, we have Tropical Storm Alex offshore of the southeast coast. Keep in mind, this one is going to move offshore. This is not going to hit the coast. So this one is actually just going to innocently move out to sea and not really impact anybody. So that's the good news. But it is a tropical storm. It's probably causing an increase in wave height here along the eastern seaboard throughout the next couple days. Keep that in mind as well. But we do have our first named storm, which is pretty interesting. Now, let's go ahead and move on and talk about the Storm Prediction Center. All right, now here's day one on the Storm Prediction Center. We have in the lighter green our general thunderstorm risks. We have 3 of those actually, and that's where we expect general thunderstorms So nothing too crazy, but anything is possible, so keep that in mind. Heat every watch, warning, and advisory. The two darker green regions, one there for the Northwest and one there for the central United States, that's where we expect our marginal risk of severe weather. That's where we expect isolated severe weather to occur in the darker greens. The yellows there for the plains is going to be our slight risk of severe weather, where we expect scattered severe weather. And then the orange there in Kansas and Oklahoma is our enhanced risk, where we expect pretty widespread severe weather to potentially take place. For day 2 here, we have a general thunderstorm risk there in the lighter green, a marginal risk there in the darker green there for the Rockies and through the plains, and then we have our slight risk of severe weather there for the yellow area for Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Now for day 3, we have 2 general thunderstorm risks here in the lighter greens. We have a marginal risk again, and then we have a slight risk again there for very, very similar regions. It's going to be Tuesday, June 7th. And then we have one extended outlook here for the day 5. And this is where we have at least a slight risk expected here for Kansas, Nebraska, and South Dakota there on Thursday, June 9th, which is going to be day 5. So keep that in mind as well. We're going to have an extended day of severe weather. Potentially our next severe weather event is going to be starting on this day, perhaps. Anyway, for today's confidence tab, we're actually at a 4 out of 6. We're going back down just because this tropical system now has actually basically started, it's developed, and now it's moving out to sea. So we're talking about other things now in the longer range. So confidence goes down a little bit. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons, Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Eagle, Larry the Pan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Card as well. I'd also like to thank our diamond patrons, Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Hollywood, Kudalessa, Catbite, Charles Tennant, Bill Dallas, Garys, and John Khaleesi also. I'd also like to thank our channel members, Catbite, Steven Fan, and Jeremy Cox as well. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.